Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a reaction video regarding sa nilabas na news ng isang kilalang news agency dito sa Canada. If some of you are aware yung Rebel News. For today's topic, binalita ng Rebel News yung pagpapabor daw ng Liberal Government of Canada sa mga foreign workers over sa mga Canadian youths pertaining sa pagbibigay ng priority sa mga trabaho, which is totoo naman. Lalo-lalo na last year, aware naman kayo, no, yung mga nakatutok dito sa Canada, yung mga mag-i-immigrate. Talagang sunod-sunod yung pagbabago ng rules, paghihigpit. Kasi nga, unang-unang issue, yung sa pabahay, kulang talaga yung supply kasi sobrang daming intake ng immigrants. Kasama niya na dyan yung mga students or international students, foreign workers, temporary foreign workers. Meron pa yung mga family sponsorship. Andyan pa yung mga nag-a-apply ng refugee dito sa Canada. Yung mga may problema doon sa mga home country nila and gusto mag-immigrate dito. Panoorin natin tong preview, update ng Rebel News.
And the Liberals have reigned over Canada for a decade, and it looks to me like they've officially waged an economic war on natural-born Canadian citizens. Let's dig in.
We have millions of people whose permits will expire over the next couple of years, and many of them will leave. We need to ensure that more leave than come in over the next couple of years while we catch up. Well, housing, healthcare, and jobs can catch up. We've had population growth of roughly 1 million a year under the Liberals, while we barely build 200,000 homes. Our job market is stalled, and yet we're adding more people to the workforce.
First off, let's take a look at this.
Stop muna natin. So, kasama dun sa issue na ni-raise up ni ayun pala si yung tumakbong Prime Minister din ng Progressive Conservative or PC party, kalaban ni McCartney na nanalo ng Prime Minister ng Canada ngayon sa Liberal Party. So isa sa issue na ni-raise ni Pierre Poilievre a few months ago bago yung election, imo-monitor nila yung dami ng mga international students at temporary foreign workers na mag-i-expire na dito sa Canada. Kasama na yung mga international students na hindi nakakuha ng PGWP or Postgraduate Work Permit. Ita-track down talaga nila yung mga dapat na umalis, na expired na. They'll make sure yung libo makakaalis at a certain time. Isa pa sa ni-raise niya is yung talagang paglilimit. Kasi nga, ulit-ulit natin sinasabi sa video, sobrang dami ng immigrants na inaccept ng Canada the past few years. Nagkaroon ng problema sa healthcare. Ang daming hirap makahanap ng mga family doctors, and then sa hospital ang haba ng pila, hindi ma-accommodate lahat on time. Talagang pipila ka ng several hours. Minsan umabot pa ng over 12 hours, which is totoo yun. And pati yung pabahay na nabanggit, talagang kulang na kulang, minadali nila yung bahay pero hindi pa rin sasapat. Kasi nga nag-limit sila ng dami ng immigrants, international students, foreign workers, refugees. But still, meron pa rin. Kung totally stop nila yan, maring makokontrol. Pero binawasan nila ng parang 10%, 20%. So sa 100, bawasan mo ng 10, meron pa ring like 90 immigrants na paparating. 1,000 ang pinag-uusapan natin dyan. So, hindi pa rin sasapat. And, let's continue.
Student unemployment in Ottawa is hovering at 20%, which is twice as high as the Canadian average at 11%. That's right, 1 in 5 young Canadians in the Ottawa region is handing out resumes and getting nowhere. Meanwhile, what do we see? Well, thousands of labor market impact assessments, called LMIAs, greenlighting temporary foreign workers for jobs like food service, admin assistants, and landscapers. Landscapers? Are you kidding me? What exactly is going on here? This isn't governance, it's a
Landscapers, it could be yung sa mga nagme-maintain sa mga apartments and then sa any community dito sa Canada. Like, naglilinis ng road, nagbubunot ng mga damo, nagme-maintain ng mga, flower design. And then, kapag during winter, nagtatanggal ng mga snow sa main road. Like dito sa Calgary. And then, those jobs, pwede naman gawin talaga ng mga Canadian youth. So, you don't need to hire like foreign workers para gawin yung mga ganong trabaho. And,
Trail. And let's talk about the LMIA map from the first quarter of 2025. The Greater Toronto Area, the GTA, gets its own category because it is drowning in these approvals from administrative officers to food counter attendants, cooks, carpenters. I mean, food counter attendants, like that teen who's taking your order at a local fast food joint. Why can't our own youth, desperate for work, fill these roles? Over 6,643 of them, to be exact. Well, it's because the Liberals have flung open the immigration floodgates, and it's a flood that's drowning our children's futures.
Our young people are facing generational highs in unemployment because the multinational corporations are giving jobs to low-wage temporary foreign workers, and that ultimately leave our young people without opportunities. Our country is divided, and we're not able to integrate people at this pace.
Sound familiar? It reeks of the Cloward Piven strategy. This was conjured up in the minds of two socialists in the late 1960s as a...
Okay, let's stop it there. Nabanggit niya yung sa restaurant jobs or under ng food industry sector. Yung mga gano'n na food counter attendants, totoo naman na kayang gawin naman yan ng mga youth Canadians. Kung tutusin, dapat nga reserved na lang sa kanila yan eh. Lalo sa mga sales industry. Kasi yung mga first time pa lang na makakapagtrabaho, let them experience yung mga ganyang kinds of jobs. Hindi yung majority ibibigay lahat ng mga employers sa mga foreign workers. Unfair naman talaga. Dumating naman kami dyan. Naiintindihan ko naman. Pero, iba na kasi yung sitwasyon ngayon eh. Kahit anong trabaho, ngayon, ang daming naghahanap sa sobrang dami ng immigrants and then lumaki rin yung population ng Canada. So, might as well, stop muna and ibigay yung priority sa mga locals. Last November 2024, nagkaroon na sila ng hearing dito sa Parliament ng Canada regarding dyan sa issues ng immigration. Kasi maraming hindi na itatrack yung mga expired na and then nag-overstay dito sa Canada or kung paano nila totally na monitor yung mga immigrants na naka-students and then foreign workers. And panoorin natin yung naging argument. And actually meron pang isa just recently yung bagong minister ni McCartney. Hindi ko mahanap yung videos eh. Ang ganda nung ng video na yon. And but for now, ito munang last argument November 2024 regarding again sa issue ng immigration. Let's see.
6 minutes. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Minister, your department tabled documents with Parliament that show that 4.9 million visas are going to expire between September 2024 and December 2025. How will we know how many of those actually wind up leaving?
As you noted, MP Kamich, when people come here, in many of their visa documents, they undertake to leave. As part of the Levels plan, there will be some visas that are temporary in nature that will not be renewed. And those people, when they undertook to come here, will be expected to leave. And that is simply a fact. We'll have to monitor that carefully. There are many measures within our department to monitor these things, but it's one that,
Minister,
given the volume. given the volume in question,
How are
it's
you
something
gonna
that we'll have to
monitor?
be very careful in supervising.
1 second, Mr. Cruz, I stop the work, let him finish. And you can ask, would appreciate that. Okay, so I'll go to, Minister, you have finished your remarks? Okay, Honorable Member Committee, please.
Mr. I wasn't asking about whether they will leave or not. I'm asking you how will you ensure that a person whose visa has expired will leave? We know that just on study permits, there are 766,000 expiring by the end of December 2025. How will your department
Dami.
ensure that at the end of those study permit periods, those persons will leave?
Again, there are many ways that people leave the country, Tom. The vast majority leave voluntarily, and that's what's expected.
So explain those ways. How will you ensure it?
So, kahit ako hindi ko maintindihan parang nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nitong former minister ng immigration. Kasi hindi hindi accurate yung mga sagot niya 'di ba? Paano? In general yung niya yung pagkakasagot niya. So, tinatanong siya nung mga kapwa niya mga mambabatas. They're asking for, specific or they want numbers kung ilan and then kung paano nila itatrack yung mga ganong karaming mag-expire na ng mga international students or foreign workers. I don't know.
We work with our partners, including CBSA, to investigate, obviously, and prosecute those who violate immigration law. If someone refuses to leave, they're in violation of the law. And CBSA, after due process, has the legal obligation to remove people. Again, this isn't something that is taken lightly, but in the vast majority of cases, those people that have come here temporarily and do not have the right to stay, in fact, leave.
So then my next question will be, your plan calls for a cap on international students, 485,000 2024, 437,000 2025. There's been adjustments to those. So obviously there's a discrepancy between the two. So how many do you project will leave the country then at the end of December 2025? All 766,000? What's the proportion? What are the forecasts the department has?
You'll have to be clear on that. A discrepancy.
Ang galing din magtanong netong yung opposition Very clear. And then kasi gusto nila specific kasi nga yung major issues na kinakaharap ngayon ng mga immigrants. Hindi lang naman to para dun sa mga sa Canadian and then current issues na gusto nilang resolbahin. Para din to dun sa mga currently na andito na as international students, mga foreign workers, and then yung mga magbabalak na pumunta rito. Kasi maraming mga scam na nangyayari, and then naluloko yung mga paparating na students and foreign workers dito. Kagaya dun sa issue ng pagbebenta ng lamia na umaabot na ng 10,000, over 20,000. Meron pa nga yung nakausap ako na sinabi na Indian national, nagbabayad sila ng 40,000, diretso na daw yun ng approval ng permanent residence. Kaya, yun.
See between what and what?
Between the number of people who will be allowed into the country and then the number of people who will be on a study permit that's expiring. So those who are expiring the end of December 2025, how many of them will actually leave? Are you saying 100% will be expected to leave, or are you going to send CBSA to chase all 766,000?
You know that is not what happens. There are a number of things that occur. Some people actually get renewals. Some people get postgraduate work permits and stay a longer period. And we do work with CBSA to monitor these things. And when Statistics Canada reports on these, they take into account a whole variety of factors in estimating how many people are here and how many people have left.
So at the end of this year, 2024, how many international students do you expect to leave, and how many have left so far when their study permits expired?
How many have left as
So far.
of November today? We don't
Or
have that
October
number.
1st? Can you provide those to the committee?
I don't know. We could look into it.
Minister, how can you not know? It's in the immigration levels plan. There's a bunch of charts on page 22 starting about temporary resident immigration to Canada, persons who are in the country. It's in the immigration levels plan. It's in there. So how can you not know what that number would be? There's an order paper question, these government documents that were signed by your parliamentary secretary that were tabled with Parliament that has the number. So there's supposed to be expiring study permits in December, 84,642, and in November, 36,130. In October, 10,182. In the month before, 127,348. So how many of those people are still in the country? How many have received the renewal? And how many of them have CBSA now looking at them?
Okay, we'll leave it to that. So as you heard, wala talagang malinaw na sagot yung former immigration minister ng liberal government ni Justin Trudeau. Pero meron silang forecast na mga paano mangyayari dun sa mga immigrants, international students or foreign workers na mag-expire this coming December of 2025. And that's it for today's vlog, mga kababayan. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for continued support.